ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Phoenix Raceway for the running of the playoffs, Winston Racing League Cup Series. I'm with Alec and Midnight here as my two commentators. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining, and this should be a interesting race.
Yes, indeed. All right, we're off.
Alrighty, tonight for the point standings after the Roval, Jarrett L. Bestia is in first. He's actually advanced. Mr. Slide Job is in second. Sparkly Marker is third. Mikey, which is known as Flat Colt, is fourth. Below the cut line is Merkel. And also Team Swish. Tonight will be game cautions only. And Alec.
Hello.
I'm going to turn it over to Alec here for the race analysis. What do you got, buddy?
Well, first stage is going to be 37 laps. Second stage is going to be 34 laps. Both of those could be made on 2 stops. You might be able to stretch it 1 stop if you want to risk it. The entire race is 156 laps, meaning last stage is 85 laps. So how many times are you going to pit? Who knows? It's up to you on strategy. Fuel mileage is 25 to 28 laps, but tires are never going to make it. 13 to 18 laps on tires. You better save them. Pit road
Alrighty, thank you, Alec, for the for the race analysis there. You know, Phoenix is always an interesting track. You know, they got that dog leg they can go through and try to pass people, but you know, Phoenix has always been one of my favorite tracks, and I think tonight it will be a great race.
And I believe they are on the restarts, staying above the yellow line, so they are not using the dogleg on restarts.
Alrighty, thank you. Now I have my... Alrighty, I am not sure who your leader is here. Actually, I think it's that. Yeah, thank you. Sparkly Marker here is in the lead at Phoenix, and you know, it's definitely a good position for him. He is currently third in the playoff standings after the Charlotte Roval from last week, and you know, hopefully he can do what he has to do to advance, as it looks like the 0-1 car is looking to pass.
Brody's up the inside.
Not quite sure what's happening to our other commentator, but right now, me and Alec is holding it down.
Leader got in the wall.
Man, what a battle here for first place. I believe Sparkly Marker just lost the lead to, is it Flat Colt, in other words known as Mikey. after that hit the wall from the previous leader there. I tell you what, Flat Colt, you know, I've been watching these league races, and he's always been a driver that's always been up front, but just can't seem to win it because he gets involved in late race accidents or either has a bad car.
You're going too wide at the front still. Championship cars hold the top 5.
Now, ladies and gentlemen at home, so that y'all can understand what's going on here, the playoff drivers are always going to have a red number and red wheel. So when you see those on the broadcast, you will know those are your playoff drivers. The rest of the drivers are not playoff contenders. So it will be interesting to see if one of the non-playoff drivers tonight can take this thing. But, you know, as we look right now, it looks like Flat Cold is running away with this race. Not sure how many laps are left in the stage, but it's definitely looking like the field is spreading out. Can't quite see because it's not giving me the right camera angle at the moment, but we will definitely go back into the field. Whoops, that's the wrong camera. But I can't tell which car this is. Boots to Ass is way in the back. He has fallen off the pace.
It looks he's gotten
just
damage.
Not doing well. Looking back in the field, it looks like Jared is battling with that 52 car. I believe it's Little Uzi. I could be wrong, but you know, definitely this Phoenix track, which is known as a short track, believe it or not, it can definitely provide some challenges, and it will be interesting to see as pit strategy comes into play here, like our race analysis Alec has said. You know, these cars can only run on so many laps of fuel and tires, so we'll definitely see what these drivers' pit strategies are.
The tires should definitely be hurting right now. There's a lot of wear on them, and hopefully they're saving their tires to make it a long run.
Yes, and you know, with this league being as good as it is, you know, a lot of these drivers know what they have to do in tonight's race, so it'll be definitely interesting to see. You know, looking at some of the drivers here, Merkelman, who is one of the playoff contenders, he's currently in oh, I'm sorry, he's actually below the cut line, but he's still a playoff contender, and you know, he's not looking like he's in a great spot right now here at Phoenix. He's definitely gonna have to try harder. He's actually coming to pit road right now, so I'm gonna hand it over to Alec here. And should these drivers be coming down pit road right now?
Well, if they're hurting for tires, with the amount of fall off, with a 2 to 2 seconds of fall off on tire wear, if they stay out too long, they're going to lose a lot of time to those who pit right now. So it's highly recommended that you put fresh tires on that car as many times as you can.
Alrighty, hopefully we can get a leader check here in a few minutes, but
looks like Flat Colt is still leading over Mr. Slide Job, and possibly, oh, looks like we got
leader is hitting pit road. Leader is hitting pit road as we speak. And you know, like our race analyst has said, you know, these drivers are going to start coming in for pit road, you know, for pitting and stuff like that. So they got to make sure that their pit road team is on the ball and that they do everything that they can, you know, because this is a playoff race, and you know, it's definitely helpful to get more playoff points here. I would also like to mention that we will keep you up to date with everything that's going on in this race, going from playoff points to who's won the stage, and you know, any sort of issues that drivers have on this track. So stay tuned for those results. Alrighty, we're still here at Phoenix Raceway. The field is spread out.
Black Colt beats Slide Job out of the pits.
I'm looking at Big Belly Brand 47 here. He's coming to pit road. The number 12 car still has a lot of damage. He's going everywhere. Not quite sure what's happening. Number 10 has a bit of damage of Tev 88 Crunchy. I'm not quite sure what happened to him, as we have Little Uzi,
Sparkly Markers,
non-playoff driver, behind him. It looks like Jared is up there in the 43 car. In fact, he is. Little Uzi, like I mentioned before, he's behind that 10 car, followed by the 01 car in front of him. So it's definitely looking like this field is spread out. We're taking a look at Merkle Man here. Like I said, he's below the cut line, so he's going to try to do everything that he can to you know, get a better position here to compete with the other playoff drivers. We're taking a look at Mr. Slide Job. He's a playoff driver tonight. And, you know, Alec, what is these drivers, you know, are they, you know, looking at how their car is running and communicating with their team when to come into pit road and not, or... You know, is that the main thing that they got to focus on tonight?
Well, with how important track position is, with this track being pretty difficult to pass on, you try to get everything you can on restarts, and if we have long green flag run like we've had, you want to make sure your pit stops are perfect and timed out perfectly. I'm not sure what the gap is from first to second, but the front three have definitely spread out from where they were before they pitted, so some people have pulled off the strategy, some people haven't.
I believe your leader is still Flat Colt number 24, as he beat Slide Job off of pit road earlier. And
Sparkly Markers leader. Sparkly Marker stayed out longer.
Yes, but as everybody cycles around, it should go back to the way it was before. Not quite sure what pit strategy the number 32 car is on, but he's definitely staying out longer than the others. Is there a advantage on staying out longer, Alec, or should you come in and pit as soon as your tires give you that warning sign?
As long as you're able to burn fast enough laps, if you don't think you're losing too much time, it's good, and you can stay out for quite a while. Just be careful not to go a lap down or get caught by a caution. From what I've seen, Sparkly Marker pitted, and he's got a 6-second lead. He was burning clean laps while everybody else was fighting. So he's got quite the lead over Flat Colt right now.
Indeed he does. I can't quite tell what the, you know, distance from them are, but he's definitely out front, and he's in that clean air, which is most important here at Phoenix. You know, just talking to... you know, some of the guys as we were setting this race up, you know, pre-race show, we were talking about how, you know, cautions don't really happen a lot at this track, and not quite sure if the, you know, if the data backs that up. That's a question for Alec, but, you know, does cautions play a role in this race? You know, like talking about the late cautions and stuff. How does that back up in the data?
Well, with this game being the way it is, and for game cautions to be called, which is all we're getting due to it being a short track, it takes a couple cars to get into a wreck, and with how spread out this track can get, especially right now with Sparkly Marker having probably a 6-second lead over second place, it can be tough. 5-second lead over second place, it can be tough, because if there's no cautions, you're running purely on pit strategy and your car's speed. And this is why it's so important, if we do get restarts, to fight for every spot we can.
Yes, sir, indeed. And, you know, coming off of the race yesterday, the Truck Series was at Talladega. I took a flight over here to Phoenix to just commentate this race. And, You know, it's you know, it's a different track totally from Talladega, and you know, you're not going to see them grouped up as much. But as I say that, I believe I saw a couple of drivers. They were in, maybe not a pack, but they were racing each other pretty hard. As we're looking at Boots to Ass's 80,
Ooh,
he still has that damage.
I believe he's a lap down now.
Oh, he's actually a lap down now. You know, his day is just becoming worse. Be honest with you, why hasn't he not pitted and got that damage fixed? That's my question.
Well, sometimes the game doesn't quite sync up damage to how your car appears in replay, but it can take a lot of time. Again, you don't want to lose any time on pit road, and if you have 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds of damage, you're giving up all that time in the pits and people can be pulling away from you. So, you know, you might get a little bit of aero damage. You might not want to fix it because you don't want to give up the time to fix it. It's all pit strategy.
Yes, and that's the main thing that we're going to be talking about with this race here at Phoenix. You know, pit strategy is definitely a word to keep in mind, folks at home. And, you know, if they make a mistake on pit road, it can definitely cost them their day. As we're looking at the 43 car of Jared, I believe he's in front of, is that Little Uzi in 52? Yes, it is. Jared hit the wall a little bit, but he still kept the speed. I think he just scrubbed it a little bit as we go back. 52 got way loose to the bottom as he was racing Jared. That's going to hurt him. Looking back at Merkel Iceman 03 here in the 41 car. He is a playoff driver, and not quite sure what position he's in, but hopefully he's in a good position to advance into the next round. Alrighty, 1 lap to go here in stage 1. Your leader, Spark, going through the turns, coming off the backstretch. You know, there's nobody near him. You know, entering turn 3 here, coming to the front stretch. Sparkly Marker is going to be your winner here in stage 1.
Black Colt comes home second. Looks like Slide Job third.
Top 3 drivers is Sparkly Marker, Flat Colton, and Mr. Slide Job here at Phoenix. Now, there, you know, would you, you know, being our race analyst, would you say that most cars are going to come pit here, or what do you think they're going to do?
Absolutely. With the laps on their tires, I wouldn't be surprised if every single car took 4 tires. They ran quite a few laps there. I was thinking they might have to do 2 stops in that first stage, and they all managed to make it in 1. I would say everybody's pitting now, and they'll probably take 1 more stop in stage 2, and we'll set it up for the final stage.
Alrighty. Just watching that stage, you know, what drivers really impressed you in stage 1 as we're about to take the green flag for stage 2?
Well, Black Colt was running strong, and then they came into the pits, and Sparkly Marker got the best of them through pit strategy. So I'd say the front 3, Slide Job included, everybody has a chance right now. Nobody's out of it yet.
Definitely, and you know, I'm not quite sure. It was a couple of cars below that yellow line on the restart. Not sure. That's something that we're going to be watching, because that is one of the rules here in the playoff race for Phoenix. You cannot be below that yellow line on restarts. So, not quite sure if anybody went below, but right now, Flat Colt is your leader, as he got a great restart with Jarrett in 3rd, Sparkly Marker in 2nd, and I believe that's Slide Job
in 4th. Yep. And I believe. Yes, please.
Swish is 14 points back. Mikey is safe by 9. Marker is safe by... Shoot, 1 sec. Math.
Little Uzi's looking the inside of slide job.
Man, I tell you what, I don't know what Flat Colt is doing as our leader, but he's doing a terrific job here at Phoenix as he's pulling away from the group as everybody seems to be double wide behind him.
Ooh, Little Uzi's up into the wall. He's going to lose a couple spots. Everybody's fighting hard to get the positions, and they're just stuck too wide for second place, and it's allowing Flat Colt to run away.
Yes, sir, and I believe one of those drivers that are fighting a good position is Mr. Slidejob, as I believe he's taking Jarrett and somebody else 3 wide.
They're thinking about going 3 wide. This is where you can get your caution, possibly.
Definitely, definitely, and I've seen stuff like that happen here at Phoenix. Alrighty, folks, let's take a look back in the field. Big Belly Brand, one of your full Cup drivers, non-playoff drivers. He's looking under the number 34 car, pushed him out of the way, and he said bye-bye as he gets past him. Boots to Asses here. He got his damage fixed, so he's running good. He's looking under Big Belly Brand to pass him. We got Tev 88 Crunchy just behind them. We got Jarrett in
third. Sparkly Markers won the fight for second, but Jared's not giving up.
Yeah, Jared and Sparkly Marker fighting for second, which is allowing Mr. Slidejob to catch up with them. He's been in this battle this whole race here, and you know, it really seems that he wants to get past these guys to catch that leader, because, you know, in NASCAR, if you're fighting for position, that allows that leader to get away, as Flat Colton is pulling away from the pack. Oh, but he hit the wall.
Got into the wall. He's gonna lose
which
1,
was
2,
going
3.
to allow...
Oh, slide job and Jared in contact.
Jared in the wall. Slide job.
Oh, it's
pushing.
getting messy now.
But no caution. The game has not called a caution. 1 car into the wall, 2 cars in the wall.
Oh, we're going to go in under caution.
Caution is out at Phoenix. Here you go. One of those out of the blue moon cautions. Man, I couldn't quite see what happened there. It looked like 2 cars got loose. I think it was just such an intense battle that, you know, everybody was fighting position, and unfortunately somebody got into somebody else, and it just caused a caution.
Once Flat Colt hit that wall on the front stretch, it backed everybody up, and they all started stacking into each other.
Yeah. Man, what a bad break for Flat Colt. Hopefully, you know, he's still on the lead lap, or, I mean, obviously he's still on the lead lap, but he still, you know, could get that lead position, but that allows Sparkly Marker to get back in the mix, and, oh, is that, was that Slide Job below
Slide
the
Job's
yellow
moving
line?
to the back after that wreck.
41 was below the yellow line. I caught that on tape on the restart. We will let
Luckily
our
didn't
officials
advance
know.
a position. Whoa, Flat Colt's into the wall out of
No, he
2.
didn't. Man, Sparkly Marker
Marker's at the
driving it in the inside of Flat Colt.
They are 3
Oh,
wide
little
behind them.
contact. Man, this could be messy real soon here. Everybody using that dog leg. Sparkly Marker
3 and 4
behind.
wide.
41
Brody
Merkel. Man, here comes Merkel fighting for position for second. I tell you know, he's going to be trying to, you know, count all his dimes and nickels to advance in the playoff race, and, you know, he's doing a good job right now. Right now, Flat Colt is still your leader, I believe.
Yep.
Sparkly Marker is second, and Jared is third. Little contact between Jared and Sparkly Marker, and Jared's going to make the pass, along with Merkel Man behind him.
Cautions breed cautions. We might get another one here shortly.
Definitely, and looking at the, you know, race statistics, is that a common thing that happens here at Phoenix?
Well, again, passing is quite difficult, and getting as much track position as possible on the starts at a premium, so They're going to drive as hard as they can on these starts. They're not saving any tire right now.
Already a little bit back in the pack. Number 34 car of Team Swish is behind Little Uzi, a non-playoff driver, as he's in that giant hornet's nest of race cars. Bro 27D is all alone back here in the 01 car. His day is not going quite well as they expected. Meanwhile, your leader, Flat Colt, is driving away again. Hopefully he won't make that mistake of hitting the pit, or hitting the wall, but, you know, sometimes it takes making an error to learn at this track. Big Belly Brand here in the number 78 car. He's doing good for himself. Number 12, a Boots to Asses. You know, he's doing good. He's outside of Slide Job. Or no, he was inside of Slide Job. Slide Job fell back because of that wreck. Mr. Tev 88 crunched. He's getting passed by Slide Job right now. Jared is, I can't quite see what position he's in. He's
Jared is running for third. He's on top of
Marker.
Sparkly.
Running for third place here, Jared is. So your top three cars is Flat Colton, Marker, and Jared. But it looks like he's getting contested by Little Uzi in that 52 car as he goes to the inside.
The fight is for second with 3 cars on top of it.
Oh, here we go. Little Uzi for second. Or third.
Up third, yep. Jared giving the bumper to Uzi, moving him up a little bit.
But it's definitely been a more action-packed one than stage 1 here at Phoenix Speedway. And for the viewers at home, we do want to tell y'all that, you know, this track has been called multiple different names, so if you don't know what Phoenix Speedway is, it used to be ISM, and it used to be Phoenix International Speedway. So they've definitely changed the names over the year. I just wanted to let y'all know that. But we're looking at Jared El Bestia here, and I believe he's still in 4th, just behind Little Uzi in 3rd, and then Sparkly Marker in 2nd, and your leader is still Flat Colton.
We should be coming up to 10 to go. We should be getting ready for green flag pit stops here shortly.
Alrighty, and like I said before, you know, pit strategy is going to be a major key to this race, you know, so, you know, I would have to say for Rubber's key to the race here, I got 3 things. Number 1 is pit strategy, number 2 is positioning, and number 3 is out of the blue moon cautions, I like to call it, because you never know when a caution can happen at this track.
Uzi has made his way up to 2nd.
Yeah.
Oh, Flat Colt, you know, slow.
Flat Colt is slow on the track. Yeah. Number 32 of Marker. I thought he was pitting, but he wasn't.
No, it's all changed. Little Uzi to the lead.
Yeah, Little Uzi to the lead. Sparkly Marker hit the wall, which is going to allow number 41 of Merkel.
I think everybody's tires are starting to fall off, and they're fighting for positions now. They're fighting the cars and fighting each other.
Definitely.
The fight is for 2nd. They're 2 wide out of 2.
Whoa! The 52 car got way loose there. He wiggled a little bit, which is showing the tire pressures are falling on their cars. They got to be coming to pit road soon.
Little Uzi runs a little high, coming through 1 and 2.
Is that the 41 car fighting for a position? Or no, that's the 32. 32 of Marker. 43, Jared. I believe he's coming to pit road. Maybe.
Black Colt's staying right behind Uzi in second. Not letting him get away. Marker in third. Jared in fourth. Looks like slide job.
Actually, Flat
Oh,
Colt. Flat Colt is actually catching Little Uzi for the lead, followed by Sparkly Marker in third, followed by Jared in fourth.
And Merkel is in fifth.
Alrighty, I just wonder, when is these guys going to come to pit road, is my question.
They might be trying to stretch it to make it to the end. We'll see.
No, I think, no, yeah, I don't know. They could be doing that. You know, I've never seen this before. Oh, did that one car hit the wall, or did he just get really loose? I'm not quite sure. But number 24 car is slowly catching your leader, Little Uzi, in second place.
Dragon Sparkly Marker with him.
Yeah, Sparkly Marker fighting for the position, going to the inside of the number 24 car. Wow.
Uzi's going to love to see this.
No, he's not, because Flat Colton let him go. But Jared is quickly catching number 24. I think the number 24 car needs to come to pit road soon, because he is falling off really fast.
Those tires have to be hurting. They should be good to go on fuel, but I don't know if they can make the tires last.
Well, too, another thing that changed this whole pit strategy was that caution that came out. So maybe, you know, they got a little bit more fresher tires than they would initially at the restart of this stage.
It just wouldn't be worth it if they ran them down the cords and lost the tire. Barkley Marker's gaining on Uzi. And we're at 2 to go. Pits are closed. They're going to push it to the end.
Wow, incredible. Sparkly Marker going for the lead. And the inside. Oh, he couldn't quite get there. Now he's going to the outside. Now he's going
trying
to the
defend.
inside. He's trying to block. Is what he's doing. And Sparkly Marker is trying to do everything he can to get past him. Going to the inside of Uzi.
We're 2 wide at the front, going into 1. White flag.
They are white flag in the air. Sparkly Marker in the lead, but 52 does a crossover, tries to make contact, couldn't quite get there. Sparkly Marker.
Oh, Uzi into the wall out of 2.
Is going to win this stage because Uzi is in the wall. Sparkly Marker.
Flat Colt's out of fuel.
Oh my,
They
there's
lost
a
the tire.
Something happened.
They held onto the
Sparkly
cars too
Marker
long.
has won your stage.
Little Uzi comes second.
Wow.
What
That
a
was an
hectic
incredible
finish.
stage 2. Jeez.
Looked like Flat
Can you
Colt
say it one
lost a
time?
tire going into 3. Looks like Sparkly Marker won the stage, and then Little Uzi came in second. We go
You
through
know,
the field.
I wasn't quite sure at the finish of stage 2, but it looked like a car got loose in front of Slide Job and spun.
Yeah, it
but
looked
I'm
like
not
Flat
quite
Colt lost
sure.
the tire.
Yeah. So that's definitely killed hit.
Merkel and Marker on the front row. In the green.
Oh, 2 car, 1 car around, collected 2.
Cars in the back, yep.
Caution is out.
Looked like 2 cars in
One
the back
car
got
went
together. I
around,
think Brody
made
was one of them.
contact with another, slammed the wall hard. I hope he's okay.
Looked like Jared managed to work his way up to second on that short little start. Welcome to the final stage.
And Alec, what is with these races? As they get to the second stage, third stage, that's when all the cautions come out.
It's when the intensity wraps up, and this is when it matters. It doesn't. Stage 1, Stage 2, while the stage points are nice, this is for the final full race points, and they want to be at the front. And again, passing's hard to do here. Little Uzi stayed out and got to the front.
All right, Little Uzi to the inside, Sparkly Marker to the outside as we're green flag again. Little Uzi makes contact. I don't know what happened to him. Number 41 car is in the picture now. Who else is in the picture? Number 34.
Saw Jared was in there. We got Sparkly
Slide
Marker
Job is
in
in
the
the
lead.
picture now. All your playoff drivers are in the picture here in the front of the pack here at Phoenix. Jared, number 43, trying to go for the inside.
Slide Job's made his way back up to
32
third.
car. 43 is catching to the inside of Marker. Slide Job is losing positions as we speak, but
Looks like Merkel's trying to get up the inside, and they made a little contact coming out of 2. And
Jared
Slide Job
takes
at
the
front.
lead.
Not going to make it stick.
That's Jared.
Yeah, Jared's in second, Marker's in first.
You said Slide Job.
Oh, yeah, no, he made a slide. Yeah, we got 3 or so cars fighting for third, and still a fight at the front.
I tell you what, man, as I said in my 32 hit the wall.
Marker got into the wall coming into the corner.
That allows
Jared
43.
ran up high.
No, 43 backed up, stopped Slide Job, 3 wide at Phoenix. Man.
Ooh, Jared might have
tell
caught
you
the
what,
wall
they
just a
are-
little bit.
They are ramping up here at Phoenix Speedway for the final stage in the playoffs.
Marker's loving this. He's getting a free runaway, but he's still running in deep into 1 and 2.
Team Swish, here comes Flat Colton behind Slide Job. How did
3
he
wide
get up
for
there?
third.
Man. But this is what I'm talking about. This is how the playoff drivers spread their experience more than the non-playoff drivers. All of them are in the front right now.
And they're all fighting hard for position.
Little Uzi trying to spread those playoff drivers out. He's going up the middle.
Ooh, we got a fight for second. Here comes Merkel. Slide Job got right out of the corner. Oh, he's going to lose a handful of spots here if he's not careful.
Little Uzi, look
Uzi's
at this
making
man.
some moves.
He's just, man, talk about making some moves. Merkel here. Looks like he's fixing to get passed by Little Uzi. Yes, he's got the 24 to his outside. In front of all of them, Mr. Slide Job is trying to keep that Hornet's Nest calm down as Marker is pulling away.
Marker is loving this. Slide Job's going to start to catch him. It's like, ooh, he's way down to the inside. Wow. Looks like him and Merkel Man got together, it looks like. That's going to drop Uzi down the order.
They're starting to spread out now as we got a car going all over the place back there. Not sure what's happening to him. But what does Slide Job have to do here to catch our leader?
Well, he's got different options. He can try and save the tires and go run longer into the run. He can try and pit early and undercut him and try and run faster laps with fresh tires, or just run as clean and hard as he can and try and get to him and pass him before they pit.
This is very true, and, you know, our leader here, Sparkly Marker, you know, he's doing all he can to hang on to this lead, but Slide Job is catching him as we got a battle for that third and fourth behind Slide Job.
Yeah. Looks like
I
Flat
believe
Colt
it's
made it
Merkel
stick.
Man and Flat Colton. Number 34 behind him of Team Swish.
We got a little contact between cars at the back. It just caught out of the corner of my eye. Looks like the field's starting to spread
Another
out.
key thing to pick up on here, Alec, Slide Job and Sparkly Marker, they're teammates in the Cup Series, so they're definitely going to be communicating with each other for pit road strategies.
Well, that's going to help it, but again, this is the playoffs. This is second to last race before the cutoff. All teammates go out the window in stage 3.
It's every man for himself. Or every racer, I should say.
Slide Job went a little wide in 1, and Flat Colt started to close in a little bit. They're starting to spread out though now, so we should go for a little clean flat run here, I'd say. Yeah, they're definitely catching your leader, Sparkly Marker. You might be trying to save a little tire and keep the car running fast.
Oh, Flat Colton hit the wall coming out of the turn. Slide Job running it high. Marker running it low.
Swish, Merkel, and Uzi are all in a little bit of a group here fighting for, what is that 4th position?
Yeah.
Looks like we got playoff drivers through the top 5, followed by Uzi the non-playoff. After Uzi, it looks like the field fallen back quite a bit. They might have been fighting in between themselves, so it looks like it's a 5-6 car fight at the front.
Most of them are playoff drivers, and I think this race is going to come down to pit strategies. I've been preaching it all day long. You've said it in your race analysis, and you know it's definitely looking like it's going to be whoever gets off a pit road first is going to win this race.
A little bit of lag. Looks like we've had our first retirement. Boots is out of the race.
Blown an engine coming out of the turn.
Team Swish is on pit road. We've had our first pit stop.
Man, he may be trying to cut these drivers, try to get out first, but then again, you know, when these other drivers go in and pit, they're going to have fresher tires than he is.
Right, in the long run, you either take the speed now or take it later. It's all strategy.
He's definitely going for the speed now.
It'll be interesting to see when the rest of the top 5 pit.
Alrighty, I would like to say this race is being sponsored by Winston Racing League here at Phoenix Speedway. And we are having a great race here. Hopefully the viewers at home are enjoying it. And, you know, it will be fantastic to see how this finish plays out.
Back to the points. Second, third, and fourth in the points are running first, second, and third.
I think Mr. Slide Job's tires is falling off. He is definitely losing the number 32 car, and it seems like he's a little bit squirrely going into the turns and coming out.
A little bit of give and take between the front two. One runs in high, and the other one running high. And they're kind of ebbing and flowing, the little gap, but it's staying about the same between them. And it looks like third place, Flat Colt's pitted.
Well, officially, the only Toyota that was in this race is gone. It is all Chevys and Fords.
6 against 6. Flat Colt is in the pits.
It would be definitely interesting next season if we get more Toyotas.
Yeah, there's definitely some manufacturer teamwork going on between them, and I mean, we got Chevys running at the front, so they must have had their strategy planned out for right now. So looks like With Flat Colt pitting, the front four have separated into two different groups, Marker and Slide Job, Uzi and Merkel.
It looks like Slide Job and Marker, they're deciding to stay out a little bit longer than everyone else. So
Yeah, as little Uzi pits. 3 out of the top 5 have pitted.
And they're all alone in the front. The third place car is way back there.
Yeah, as the leaders go off into one, third place is just now getting there.
You know, I'm going to make a prediction here, Alec. I think the 2 cars may pit next lap. They're going to have to.
What I'm hearing. Merkel Man has pitted. So it looks like the 2 at the front are running the longest out of everyone.
Yeah. And here they come into pit road.
So it'll be interesting to see where they cycle back out.
Man, how about that prediction?
I think we might have had a little team radio chatter.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's not allowed, but
Not sure how many laps we have left with these pit stops going, but it should be interesting. We have 53 laps. Should be coming to 52, so that'll be quite a few more pit stops.
Trying to find your current leader.
Merkel Man.
Is it Jarrett?
Swish pitted first. Swish is behind Flat Colt, so Flat Colt's ahead of him. I don't know if that means Merkel Man is ahead of Flat Colt.
Well, the 2 leaders are coming off of pit road right now. Their teams, you know, got their pit stop down, so they're back on the track together.
Let's see how it all cycles out here.
As soon as we get a leader check, we will know.
Sparkly Marker and Slide Job retain first and second. Flat Colt's a lot closer in third.
Alrighty, so Mr. Slide Job's in second place here at Phoenix Speedway.
One playoff driver, Jared, although he's advanced, is under threat of going a lap down to the leader.
How much does advancing in the playoffs calm a driver's nerves, you know, for a race that they don't really have to race hard since they've already advanced?
Well, it can be a great luxury. It can also be bad for them as they kind of put their guard down and don't run as hard as they should. And with that being said, if, say, Jared doesn't like running here at Phoenix, doesn't have a fast car, usually it's somewhat of a blessing of already advanced. And he doesn't have to worry about this race. He can just run his own race. As he does go a lap down.
Mr. Slidejaw making the pass on Jarrett, who is a lap down now, and your 2 cars that went into pit road last, they are your 1-2 cars here at Phoenix Speedway.
Black Colt came out in third, a lot closer than he was before they pitted. Team Swish, he came out in fourth, and it looks like Merkel is in fifth, and Uzi is back in sixth. They're all spread out.
Now my question with you, you know, since Flat Colt pitted ahead of these guys, is he going to have the advantage as these, you know, 2 drivers lose their tires as they race more?
Unfortunately, unless Flat Colt's saving his tires, they came out on fresher tires, and his should already have started wearing out with the high wear rate at Phoenix Raceway. It's going to be tough. He's just going to have to try and hang with them, but right now, I'd say it's between Marker and Slide Job for this win.
It definitely seems that way, but you never know. Out of blue moon caution could come out, as I like to call it. So we'll have to stay, you know, or pay attention to that.
As it looks like the nearest or the next car that can go a lap down is a whole corner ahead of the leader, so they shouldn't have to worry about that.
Oh, Slide Job hit the wall.
These drivers are lucky with this game that they can get away with just scraping the wall as they turn it in. It doesn't do too much damage to the cars. They just have to watch out for overdriving into the corner and getting into the wall.
Except for if you race at a place like Gateway where it throws you for a spin cycle.
Oh yes, I had experience with that in the Xfinity race. looks like front three are on a breakaway. I can't see fourth place now looking back from the leader, so.
Yeah.
And Marker's
It's
starting to pull away from
definitely-
Slide Job.
It's definitely looking like it's going to be Marker's race, but, you know, anything can happen, and, you know, Flat Colt, I really don't see him catching these top two cars, you know, he pitted before them, and like you said, you know, his tires are way lower than your top two here, which is Marker and Slide Job.
And what's great too, it really shows. I mean, the points usually reflect the racing, and Slide Job and Flat Colt and Marker, they're all in the advanced position right now, and they're running 1, 2, 3. And while Merkel and Swish, they're running 4th and 5th. That's not going to be enough to make up the points.
No, it's not. Not sure how many laps are left of this stage, but it's definitely turning into a exciting finish here.
Just a quick points update for you guys. Currently, Merkel is -9 of the cutoff line, and Swish is -16. As Mikey's +8, Marker's +36, and Slide Job's +71. And then, of course, Jared's already advanced because he won at the Oval.
Perfect. Thank you for the points update. So the guys who want to advance, they're doing what they need to do. Unfortunately, they're going to need a caution for Swish and Merkel to catch up to him, because right now it's a runaway.
Now, with that being said, if Slide Job passes Marker here, he can possibly advance, or actually he will advance. So, you know, whoever wins this race that's a playoff driver that hasn't advanced, they will advance into the next round.
Slide Job's currently sitting on a big points cushion, so he's doing well. If anybody,
You know, just looking at
yeah.
the track here, you know, Slide Job's not racing that hard. You know, he actually has a good points lead in the playoff standings, and, you know, I wouldn't really expect him to race hard, you know, even though he would always like to have that advance name against his tag, but, you know, it's evenly spread out. I believe you were saying something.
Yes, Flat Colt's the one who's on the cut line. He's the closest. He's 9 points up. And running third, while yes, he's making points on the two behind him, that's not a very safe cushion going into the next race. So he's the one who needs to turn up the wick and try and catch the leaders.
But with that pit stop strategy, I just don't see him, you know, catching these two leaders, as I believe Jared is catching him, actually.
Possibly. Jared still a lap down, though. Oh,
Right,
we
so
have
it's not
Swish
gonna
in the
matter
pits.
for position. Swish is in the pits.
Little Uzi has managed to get around Merkel as well.
Well, that's going to be another thing here, you know, is Flat Colt going to stay out with these leaders and try to pit when they do now? Maybe that could change the race?
Possibly. He's going to start turning some really fast laps, make no mistakes. Swish got back out ahead of the leaders.
Actually, 24 is coming down pit road right now, so he is not pitting with the leaders.
Yeah. After his first strategy of pitting early, he can only go so far, and if the other two stayed out long enough, he can't stick with them. He's not going to have the fuel or tires to do it.
No. So definitely his pit strategy is not working out. He may need a caution in order to fight for this win. But back to the front of the pack here. And Mr. Slide Job, I believe, is still in second.
Yep. Black Colt's still sitting in pit road ready to go. Again, another trick to it is when getting on the pit road speed's 45 miles an hour. And if they speed, they're going to be sitting there for a penalty, and that could change the game
Well,
too.
and think that may have just happened to Flat Colt. He was still in pit road. So, you know,
The leaders are still running a lot
day,
longer than Flat Colt too, so this is hurting his chances.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And not sure, you know, how the points are.
Marker avoids, I think that was Big Belly on the backstretch. That was Black Colt is back on track. Quite a ways behind. I can see him, he's still ahead of Swish though.
Indeed, and you know, as it usually is here at Phoenix, all the cars are separated right now, and you're not seeing that hornet's nest like we saw in the restarts.
And Uzi is on pit road.
I believe we still 31 to go here in stage 3. They still have a while to go, but
with the cars spread out, it's going to be hard to get a caution to bunch them back up.
yeah. But you never know, somebody may blow a tire and collect another car, so.
Right, because it looks like the front two are running the tires all the way out. And it seems to be working for him so far. Big Belly's in the pits.
Is that the...
Looks like Merkel's still running long too. He's not pitted yet.
I wonder if he's on the same strategy as the leaders.
He's got to do something to catch back up to them. I have him ahead on track with Flat Colt.
I believe the leaders are coming into pit road. Slide job almost missed.
Slide job overcooked it into one, almost got Uzi.
Leader just sped. No. Oh my.
Sparkly marker is sped coming on the pits.
The speeding police is out. Sparkly marker got caught speeding.
That'll be a 15-second stop and hold in his pit box.
Oh, there's a car around on the track. The 01 car.
Like Brody went around coming onto the backstretch there. This should hand the lead to Slide Job unless somebody else pulled off something. Looks like Merkel is now coming to the pits. He went a lap later. Merkel is pitting.
With that longer pit stop, though, I wonder if he'll still get out. Nope, it's going to be Slide Job.
Yep, there's... Unfortunately, that has wrecked Marker's day. And Jared...
And 43 blew an engine.
Has retired.
You say blew.
Well, luckily, that's why, right there. That's why you want to win as many playoff races as you can. He's advanced, and now he doesn't have to worry about it.
Looks like Belly Brand is right behind Slide Job.
Merkel is still sitting in the pits.
I think Merkel is retired.
Yeah, he's now exiting. He just now exited.
Okay. There's a little glitch in the system, ladies and gentlemen. So it looked like Merkel actually...
Flat Colt is leading.
Flat Colt is leading, but he pitted before the leader.
He pitted a lot earlier.
Yeah, so I don't think that strategy is going to work here to win this race, unfortunately.
We'll have to see if we pull off a miracle. We should be getting down to it. Maybe one more pit stop for the field. They might be able to stretch it out.
to say, ladies and gentlemen at home, stay tuned for the post-race interviews that will follow up after this race. Number 24 trying to do all he can to hold off Slide Job, but I just don't see him doing it.
He's got to be careful too. His strategy could hurt him in the points, and he could fall behind Swish and Merkel, man. So he's got to make sure he doesn't do that and give up any points trying the strategy to win the race.
Now, another thing that he could attempt to do is race Slide Job hard to make him waste some of his tires.
Slide Job is gaining. He's on much fresher tires and might be able to stretch it to the end, so we'll see what happens here. Slide Job's looking to the inside, and he's there. That's what new tires are worth. I believe Swish is in
But is
third.
that Flat Colt? Hold up, wait a minute. We're talking about tires here, but Flat Colt had a run for a second.
He doesn't want to give it up. That's what we're talking about. Final stage, round 2 of the last round of the playoffs before the championship. He's trying to do everything he can to win. He wants to be in that championship 4. I believe Slide Job leads over Flat Colt, Team Swish, Little Uzi, and potentially Merkel. Not sure where Sparkly Marker rotated back out after his penalty.
What a costly mistake for Marker, though. You know, he was leading this whole thing, and now it looks like it's been handed to his teammate Slide Job.
Might be a little bit of curse of the commentators. We brought up the pit road speed, and leaders been on pit road.
Well, you know, we just can't help ourselves. We like cursing drivers, so, you know, it,
gotta make it
It
exciting.
just happens. Exactly. Oh, somebody hit the wall.
Looked like Big Belly got up a little high out of 4.
Nothing too big.
Gotta give credit for the tire difference. Flat Colt, he's sticking with him. Hasn't completely lost touch of the leader.
Slide Job. Slide Job currently your leader.
Team Swish is on pit road.
Wow, something must have happened, or
From
either he's
third
trying a different pit
place,
strategy.
Not in on points. Got to do something to try and win. He's going to pit now.
So do you think this leader can stretch it all the way, or do you think he's going to try to pit one more time?
Well, it all depends on how hard he's going to run the car. If he wants to burn the tires off to try and maintain that lead, it's going to be hard to make him last, because we saw at the end of, I believe it was stage 2, Flat Colt lost the tire coming into the final corner because he just didn't quite save enough.
Flat Colt is pitting now.
All right. Now we're setting up for the final race. We'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, I was just thinking there may be one advantage.
Oh, the leader gets into Swish. They both maintain position. They're good. Swish is on fresher tires now.
Now, could this be an advantage for Flat Colt, depending on how many laps it is, if the leader has to pit soon?
Possibly, if everybody who's pitting now can run almost qualifying laps the rest of the race, they have a chance to make up the time they've lost. But if that 88 car can make it to the end, it's all over.
Yes, sir.
Flat Colt is exiting the pits.
Doesn't he got to be worried about going a lap down, too?
Yes, he does, and that's part of it. If Slide Job doesn't pit, Flat Colt will just get stuck a lap down, although he'll be on faster tires, and he did get out ahead of him. Flat Colt has managed to pass Sparkly Marker. I'm not sure if Marker was trying to pit, but it looks like he had something go wrong. Marker only had a 36-point lead, too, after the end of stage 2, so he's got to be careful not to lose too much here. We're going into next week, he's going to be...
Well, number 88 had some damage on his car, it looks like, on my monitor.
It might just not be syncing up. I have a little bit for him, too, but he's also been in a couple incidents and hit the wall a few times.
I don't know how many laps are left, but 12 to go here.
We're coming up to
so
10 to go here in a couple laps, so this is big. Like a cute few cars flapped down and pitting. There's a big group of cars ahead of your leader that are going a lap down, being team
lap
swish.
traffic. Yeah, lap traffic may be an issue here for our leader.
Radio's on.
I think your leader's going to have to pit. Oh, man.
This is where it comes down to that.
This is going to be... I wonder if Flat Cold has been saving his tires this whole time.
We're going to see how this all cycles out. This could be close with 10 to go.
The leader also has to worry about speeding, but I don't think he did. The
Little
speeding police did not catch him.
Uzi and your leader on pits. And we'll see how everything cycles out.
Flat Colton here. I believe he is saving his tires. He's taking it really slow.
He could make it to the end. He should be able to if he protects those tires. He can stay quick to the end. We'll just have to see where he cycles out.
Definitely.
88 is coming back out on the track, as was Little Uzi. Oh, this is interesting. We'll see how they all wrap. I'm not sure who's leading. Yeah.
Flat Colton.
Oh,
wow.
we have some cars and some different strategies here. Kev 88 Crutchy is currently leading ahead of Sparkly Markle and Merkle Man. So this could be, somebody might have saved fuel. Let's see. The 10 car is your new leader, first time today.
Now, wouldn't it be something if number 10 wins this race?
Yeah, a non-playoff driver comes in and wins the race. That'll hurt some of the drivers' feelings that are definitely trying to make it in. Sparkly Markle just trying to guarantee his way through as well as Slide Job. Merkle Man back in third. He'd love that win to try and get out of the cut zone. So we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, and you know, the number 10 car could be doing that. He may have saved enough fuel and tires to win this race.
One of the perks of not being in the playoffs too is if you might be one lap short, you can still go for it. If you run out of gas, oh well, but you're not going to lose a championship doing it.
Nope. It's risk versus reward here at Phoenix Speedway.
Absolutely, and wouldn't it be something if Sparkly Marker happened to inherit the lead and win the race after his speeding penalty?
That would be amazing. That would be incredible. That would be incredible.
Looks like Merkle Man is slowing.
Yeah, I think they're trying to push it here. I don't know how many laps are left.
There's 5
laps to go.
They're pushing those tanks and those tires to the end. We'll see what happens. Merkle Man's definitely backed off the pace, I can see.
You know, and Sparkly Marker's not catching that 10 car either.
No, but the 10 might be pushing it, so we'll see what happens here. 4 to go. Oh, the 10 car tried the strategy. He's coming to pit road. Gotta give him credit trying to win the race.
Sparkly Marker gets the lead now.
We'll see if he can make it.
Man.
He's got quite the lead over Merkle Man.
Mm-hmm.
Should be 3 to go this time by.
I do have to comment though, the number 10 car, man, he tried it, he tried to push it, and it didn't quite work for him.
That would have been quite the dark horse victory. I would have quite enjoyed that, but back to the playoff drivers we go.
3 to go.
3 to go, coming to 2. Looks like we got a lap down car catching marker too on better tires. I think it's Big Belly. Two to go.
You know, Big Belly's a lap down car, but he may try to, race hard.
Yeah, he's got his lap
been
back.
known to do that.
He's not saving fuel or tires.
But it looks like Marker's going to win this race. What?
Let's see if he's got enough fuel. He's going to be on fuel. This is going to be a lot of fumes. White flag's out.
Can this 32 car make it to victory lane?
Pull off a miracle speeding on pit road while leading.
He's coming out of the final turn.
He's got it. He's got it.
Marker's got it. Marker's got it. Marker's going to win here at Phoenix. Oh,
Can-Am 32 does it. I believe Slide Job is going to come home second. And Merkel Man comes home third. What a finish.
Man, I tell you, pit strategy definitely played a part here.
Flat Colt in fourth. Little Uzi came home in fifth. And Swish came home in sixth for points.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for the post-race interviews coming up here as soon as we can get down there.
Alright guys, mute him and switch. I can't do audio on the phone. Yeah, you can. Oh, okay. Never mind.
Why is the
Okay.
Xbox
Yeah,
glitching
don't
out?
do
I
it.
can't unmute y'all. What the heck?
You know, Alec, were you able to unmute everyone?
Yeah, I got everybody unmuted.
Okay. Well, I'll let you until he figures his out. I'll let you start.
I got everybody unmuted.
Oh, there we go.
Okay,
He's
perfect. So either one of you can start. The first driver is gonna be Big Belly Brand coming home in 8th place today. 1 lap down.
Oh, alrighty, Big Belly Brand. You know, you didn't have quite the race that you wanted, but the good news is you're not a playoff driver, and you know that definitely gives you a little bit of comfort. But just tell us how your day went and what you think you could have did better.
Day went about as we expected, but I would more prefer to be a playoff driver, but that's alright. I ain't too upset. This ain't one of our best tracks. This is probably one of our worst tracks, so I didn't expect to have a strong car, and we got the result we expected. So I ain't too upset. Happy we come home clean.
Alright, next up is going to be, is Tev still here? Yeah, Tev, 88 Crutchy, came home in 7th today, 1 lap down.
Alrighty, Tev. We as commentators up in the booth, we were watching you, and you tried to be the dark horse. You tried to win it, but you fell a little bit short. But just tell us how your day went and what you thought you could have did better.
Yeah, so the Ford Mustang was not the fastest car out there for sure. It was more of a long run car. Um,
Hmm.
on that end of the run there, the final stage, I had enough gas. Literally had enough gas to make it, but I just didn't have tires. The right side tire fell off way too much. I was like 1% right there about 4 laps ago, so had to pit.
Hmm.
Mm. Definitely unfortunate for you, Tev, but you finished in seventh place here at Phoenix Speedway, so we wish you the best of luck as this season goes on into next season.
Yes, sir.
All right, Alec, why don't you take Team Swish 6th place playoff driver?
All right, Team Swish. Not the best for points day, but still ran up front and had decent speed. It looked like the whole time. What did you think of your race? Ooh, we might have him.
Swish, you here? No problem.
Te-
All right,
Technical
he's here, but
difficulties.
Yeah.
we'll talk to Alec. Try again with actually, all right. Actually, it's up to Merkel, 3rd place playoff driver.
Okay, same question to Merkel. Not the best for points, but still a pretty darn good race. What did you think of that race? That was quite the long run at the end. How did you like it?
Yeah, it's kind of sad because I kind of thought in the last 25 laps of the race I had the win in the bag. I didn't think anyone was running the same tire strategy as me. Turns out Sparkly did, and he did a much better job than I did. He was fast this whole race and deserved to win this, so congrats to him. But the good news is we got a good day on points. Got probably 5 or 6 stage points. And to come in without any practice and come in and stay in the top 5 for pretty much all the race was pretty nice.
Yeah, we definitely saw you slowing down there at the end, trying to make it to the end, and Sparkly just kind of drove off. But it was good effort for sure.
All right, next up is me, 2nd place playoff driver.
Alrighty, Mr. Slide Job, you finished second place today. You did a pretty good darn race, as I could see. From the booth area. But just kind of tell us how your day went and what you thought you could have done better in this race.
Yeah, today was really about the team. We had a couple of fast Camaros, and we really just wanted to take care of each other and make sure that we both could have a day that would benefit the both of us and get to the next round. Um, we definitely had a really fast car. We've had a really fast short track program all year long. I think we ended it on a great note. Would love the win, but definitely having a top 2 car, kind of solidifies that, we were the ones to beat at short tracks this year. But yeah, we definitely got enough points to get us in the next round. We only needed, to have a decent run. I saw a couple people might, take a chance and gamble there at the end, but I just wanted to have a safe day. Wasn't really trying to get the win, so we pitted there to make sure we had enough tires and fuel and had enough of a lead on some of the other guys to be able to either stay out in front of them or pass them there at the end. So, we're gonna shift our focus onto Indy. We're not going to be too concerned about Michigan. So we're just going to get that car hooked up and work with our teammate and see if we can get some fast cars for that weekend too. So definitely a solid day for us.
Well, speaking of teammates, I don't know if you know this, but during the race, your teammate sped on pit road and still won it. How happy are you for your teammate, and are you impressed by that?
Yeah, I was really worried about that. I figured, somebody would make a mistake on pit road, and unfortunately, it was our teammate. But, he's smart enough to know when you get in that kind of a situation, you gotta, reevaluate your strategy and, do the best you can to make it back up. And he did a hell of a job today, doing the only strategy he probably had at the time, which was great working on his feet. So, I'm really proud of him. I'm so glad if I didn't win, I'd want him to win. He did a great job. He was running up front anyway. It was really his race to win. I wasn't going to try to shove him out of the way for a win that he probably deserved. So, I'm really glad he was able to make up for it.
Alrighty, Mr. Slide Job, a good job on your second place finish here at Pocono. We wish you the best for the weeks to come on. Now,
Thank
I
you,
believe
sir.
we're moving
We're going
to
to
our
Indy.
winner. Are we moving on to our winner?
Unless Swish came back.
Alrighty, Sparkly
Then we're
Marker, your winner here at
ISM, Phoenix.
Phoenix. Sorry, had a little bit of water in my mouth there, but what a remarkable day by you. Your talent is definitely shown in this league, and not many drivers can say or can win coming off of a speeding penalty. So definitely tell us about your day and what you thought of it.
Well, I'm just happy to see. First off, I'm just happy to see that Slide Dogs Racing. I don't know if that's still what it's called, but 1-2 finish. I think we definitely had the best cars. Maybe not the fastest, but these Camaros were on a fucking rail, man. They were crazy this weekend, and I'm just glad to see my teammate behind me. And secondly, the race. We knew all race long we weren't going to have the fastest car. So we set it up for a long run, and it just paid off for us. The car was consistent every single lap, and that's all you can ask for at a slick track like Phoenix. So really proud of that. Coming into stage 3 with I think like 29 laps left, we were pitting, and I sped on pit road, which was completely my fault. But crew chief came up with some great strategy. Got out there. I don't think I ran a 26-second lap the whole time I was out there. Just saving. It wasn't even fuel that I was saving. It was just the right rear. And coming across the line, I think we had like 2% on the right rear. So just real proud of this team. I think we definitely deserve to be in Indy fighting for a championship. But, this win is just so sweet to me because this is one of my favorite racetracks.
Alrighty.
Hey, Alec, do you got any questions for the winner?
Sparkly. I'm not done yet.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, let him talk. Let him
I'm just
talk.
trying to share. Go ahead.
So, Sparkly Marker, before I'm handing it over to my buddy Alec here, what are the words for some of the other playoff drivers that make it? What's the team motto?
Well, I mean, first and foremost, I've got to help, the team where I can. And so I think me and Slide definitely have a good teammate and partnership going here. Two of the cars in the team being in the Final Four. So I think first comes, helping the teammate, and then we'll worry about the other people.
The only team to make the Final Four as well. Ooh. Dab King got eliminated, so. Go ahead, Alex. Sorry.
No, no worries. So that was quite the run, quite the comeback. You were at the front, and I mean, when you sped on pit road, did you think you had a chance still, or you were just hoping for the best finish you could get?
As soon as I sped on pit road and NASCAR came across the comms and said speeding penalty, you always think of the worst. But we got our bearings on us on the pit stop, came out with some great strategy, and so there was no doubt in my mind if I could save enough tires with 5 to go that we could do it, because no one else was in front of us when we pitted. So I knew Newman was going to be in front of us in the tire strategy that we were doing. So it just all played out in our favor.
Well, that was great, and congratulations on your win.
Thank you. We'll celebrate it.
Alrighty, Sparkly Marker, go down there in victory lane and pop that champagne, buddy.
And send me your car.
Yep.
Slide, do you think you could have the standings tonight?
Oh, yeah, I will. One thing I also want to mention is I promised